Hello everyone. Today we are going to be going over the basic mathematic functions using Google Sheets. Google Sheets is a free web-based spreadsheet application. It is similar in design to Microsoft Excel, which is a popular tool used by many businesses. This video is designed for beginners, but it does assume you already know how to access Google's Office tools and that you know how to create a new file. We will be using Google Sheets to perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Perhaps the simplest way to accomplish this is by using arithmetic operators. For addition, we use the plus sign, for subtraction the dash, for multiplication the asterisk, and division a forward slash. The first thing you'll want to do is select the cell you want to use and you will enter in an equal sign. The reason for this is because you are saying this cell equals and then whatever comes next. In this example, we will add 8 and 8. Press enter and that will give us the answer. We will now do the same thing for the remaining items. As you can see, this essentially works like a calculator. The second way to accomplish this is by using what is known as cell referencing. We will be using the same arithmetic operators as before, but this time we will be using a cell reference instead of manually typing that number in. We'll start off in much the same way, click in the cell you want to use, put in equals, but this time we'll be using this cell instead of typing an 8 in manually. Put in 8 plus, we'll click in the second cell we want to use and then hit enter, which will give us the answer. We will now do the same thing with the remaining items. While it gives us the same answer, there is a big advantage with using cell references. If we want to change what is being calculated, we only have to update the value in one location. So let's go ahead and update this 8 in cell reference 2 to a 4 and see what happens. All these calculations that was using the 8 and the 8 is now using an 8 and a 4. This means that we can change our data in the future without having to update all of our calculations. Finally, the more advanced way to do this is by using functions. While I will only be using 2 functions as examples, just know that there are many more available. Let's take a look at a silly real-world example. In this example, we've been collecting carrots from the garden for the last 4 weeks and recording the total number of carrots by week. Now we want to know the total number of carrots we have received from the garden. We could do the same thing that we did in the last example using cell references and use 4 cells this time, but that would be extremely time consuming, and if there were enough data, it would be impractical if not impossible. So let's use a sum function. We'll start off the same way with the equal sign. This time we will type in sum, open parentheses, then we will select the first cell that we want to use. Holding shift, we'll click on the last one, closing parentheses, and hit enter. And as you can see, we have collected a total of 45 carrots from the garden. Now let's say we want to know the average number of carrots we have received by week. We will type in equals. This time we'll type in average using the average function. Select the data, hit enter. As you can see, we have collected 11 1/4 carrot each week. But just like before, if we change one of the cells that's being referenced, it will change the answer being output. The advantage to using functions is that we can quickly reference many cells at the same time and dynamically change the data. You should now have a basic idea of how Google Sheets can be used for data storage, organization, and calculations. Not only can you use Google Sheets to track and organize information for personal use, but it has a lot of crossover with Microsoft Excel, which is used in just about every company that owns a computer. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Thank you for watching.